It's time for the Giz Wiz with Matt's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1895, recorded Thursday, August 4th, 2022. Writing Frixion. This episode of the Giz Wiz Diggity has 3 new products from the holiday gift show. I have a new Crappy Corner theme, plus we have a brand new viewer sending in a viewer video. All next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, the Kris Kringle of gadgets, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
Doing great. Doing very good.
Excellent. Speaking of gadgets, I sent you a photo.
Okay, I got it here.
So as new gadgets are coming in, old gadgets are going out.
Wow.
And so...
Is this your gadget donation pile?
Yeah, all of it. I send almost everything that we use on the show and on ABC. I like things like big things like the Star Wars toaster and corn popper. I usually call the company and say, can I donate this to a no-kill animal shelter? And no one's ever said no. And so they had stopped doing the bazaars because they're in-person events and they're starting them up again.
Yeah.
And they said, do you have anything? I said, do I have anything?
I got 2 years worth of stuff cooking.
I do.
I got tons of stuff.
Tons of stuff.
That's cool. Wow.
Yeah, so that's all going to a little shelter in Huntington, Long Island.
How do you store that in the meantime? That's a lot of square footage for New York.
No, absolutely. I got to the warehouse. I had stuff under desks. I had stuff under beds. It's ridiculous. And so it's helping them. And it was kind of in the forefront there. I remember that. See that little doggy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember what he is?
Folkmanis puppet, isn't it?
No, it is.
It's not.
The little doggy and the cat, you can just see the tail end of the cat. They're to stop drafts under doors.
Oh, I do remember that. The door stop.
Yes. Everything in that bin is gadgets to keep warm. That gray thing is a heated mouse pad cover. So you put your mouse pad in there. And then those are heated gloves. In there. And
that's so funny. Yeah, I remember the draft stopper animals.
Yeah.
Totally.
So that's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And I have a guest a gadget.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I see a screen, I see a button, I see an LED.
Chat roomy. We talked about this maybe last week. Original Apple TV. Their screens were really small. Router, pretty close.
Huh.
iPod.
Is it one of those lunch? Oh.
Eric Duckman has it.
Oh.
Okay, so I am hopefully 73% of the way through being able to hold on to my landline number and Dennis's.
Yes.
With getting rid of the landline because it's always static and so I went in and waited 45 minutes and the guy said, you do have the full account numbers of both the landlines, right? And I said, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And now with no bills, who remembers what in the...
Yeah, exactly.
And the PIN. The PIN, I must have set the PIN up 30 years ago when computers... Anyway, I got all that. And and the guy said, and both landlines have to be working in order to activate these. And I thought, well, my landline is working right now. Dennis's, half of it works. I don't know how this works, but the Verizon guy told me because this is the way it was on the boat. The phone did not work, but I had DSL through the modem. And I said, how can that be? And he said, because your modem runs on one single wire.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it must be the case with Dennis. Dennis has no dial tone, and I figure I'm going to try. You hear something on the line. There's no dial tone, but you hear something. So maybe that's enough to activate this. But the weird thing is, two of them came, and I unpacked one, and you have to plug your phone. It says plug the working phone in here, and I did that. My phone I plugged in here, and it said, okay, you have now activated, and Dennis's number came up.
Huh.
And I thought,
what?
Yeah, exactly. So then I activated the second box.
I'm a little confused. Is that like a cell phone, or is that just
This will be
a cell phone that outputs to a telephone jack?
Exactly. In the back, there are two telephone jacks, and it can be wireless, but they recommend there's a battery. Yeah, I left the back off so you can see. There's a battery in there, and that's a backup battery if power goes out. And one of the things that they tell you is when it first comes, make sure, it's burning out on camera. Make sure you have at least 2 bars, or your telephone service will be terrible. Well, mine keeps blinking between 2 bars and 3 bars.
All right.
So I activated both of them, and I got an email from Verizon saying activation complete. And we can both make calls, and neither one of us can get calls. So I type all this in, and an old Verizon video comes up with a woman explaining the box, except must be a box years ago because it had a big antenna on it. And instead of a graph, it has LEDs, and you have to make sure 3 LEDs are lit. And then she says, everything that my instructions say, my instructions just end. It says, you can now make calls.
You've done it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I can make calls. She continues. Now, plug your phone line back in because you can make calls, but you cannot receive them.
What?
Until you call this number.
What?
None of this is in the instructions.
Good thing you watched that video from 5 years ago or whatever.
So I called this number and I said to the woman, listen, I'm watching an old video. I have a brand new box, the new 4G boxes. Do I still need to use this number? And she said, yeah.
She said, well, it'd be great to have it on the box or the instructions.
Wouldn't you think?
Oh, my God.
So she said, what's your number? And I gave my number. And she said,
what's your PIN and what's your full account number?
Fortunately, she didn't. She didn't. She just said, your transfer over is happening on Friday. And I said, do I do anything? She said, no. When your phone line goes dead, you will then have full service on the box. And I said, can you also please check my other thing, which is Dennis's phone number? And she said, yes, he can make calls. And it's the same time when they activate, they're going to activate both boxes on Friday the 5th. Huh. So hopefully everything will go well, and then we'll both have landlines, and it's $30 a month. We were paying $100.
Whoa, for the landline.
For the landline, which worked when it felt like it.
Those copper wires.
Yes, exactly. The copper wires connect to the basement of a building on West End and 82nd Street. And when that building gets rain and the cellar floods, our phones go out.
Wow. Wow.
And anyway. So the box is $100, and the guy said, don't pay the $100 now. He said they'll just charge you $3 a month, and when they hit $99, they'll stop. There's no interest or anything. So anyway,
that's cool.
Hopefully,
all right.
Yeah.
So supposedly, also, if you had a home setup where you had phones hooked up to the line, you could just hook that in.
I've already tried that.
Yeah,
yes.
and then it would work.
I plugged my wireless answering machine into this thing.
Yeah.
And I have a dial tone in the back because I have. Yeah, so yeah, cool. it can run. There's no data.
Right. It's interesting that it even gives you a dial tone, because technically it's a cell phone. It's seems like. And you have to hit. You don't get a dial tone on a cell phone.
The guy who fixed my phone last time and said this is the last time we can ever fix this phone because all the wires are corrupt. Right. He told me, he said, once you get Verizon Connect, if you want to go down the marina, I mean, you don't want to do this because you have a cell phone.
Yeah.
But you could take your landline to the marina and this box.
Yeah. Hold on one second. I got to take a cell phone call. Hello? Hello? Right, I'm here. Right.
But the reason I wanted that is like Dennis's doctor only had, his
landline. There's probably a million things that only have the landline.
Yes. Well, on Leah, on the tech guy, Leah gets a call about once a month. And this is a big problem where the computer says, what's the PIN you used? You can't remember the PIN. That's okay. We'll call you on that number.
Yes. Yes. Well, don't got that anymore.
Yeah. Anyway.
Absolutely.
So next week, by this time, I hope to be able to say all is done.
All is good. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm glad that they have a product to fix it, because this is definitely the younger generation won't ever have this problem because they'll have a cell phone number that they've it's never been analog.
They started life with a cell phone number.
Right. So
here's your birth certificate. Here's your SIM card.
Exactly.
Enjoy life.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like choosing the name of the baby and choosing the phone number of the baby are two very important decisions.
Right.
Right there.
Anyway, and new with you. I'm sorry I took up so much time.
No, nothing really. I've been exploring a hobby of AI art generation. I've been having a lot of fun using some tools to make digital art with AI. It's been fun.
Did you go in and paint in 3D?
No, you tell it a prompt and then it will generate it. But there's lots of techniques on how to get the AI to generate something closer to what you want. So, you could say in the style of a cartoon, or you could say, like a person walking on the beach, DSLR image, wide angle, backlit, sunlit, at dusk, high detail.
And that I can sell for at least $5,000.
Right, exactly. And so it's been very fun. It's been a lot of fun to kind of play around with that. So yeah, that's been a little hobby over the last week, but that's about it. So,
Perfect.
Let's jump into some gadgets.
Okay, all right. So there's once a year there's this holiday gift guide event, and it was last week, and I found some interesting stuff. Let's start number one.
We're here at Schwinn, and I see a different kind of electric bike. So, Brianna, this looks a little shrunken down. What is it?
Yeah, this is actually our new Healy Ridge electric bike, and it's made for teens and tweens and, frankly, smaller adults. So this is a really nice option for the holidays specifically that allows you to ride together as a family. So they might not be able to hop on a full-size electric bike, but the whole family can ride together.
Okay, and what's the top speed of that?
The top speed of this particular bike is 16 miles per hour.
Okay, and how long would the battery last?
Yeah, the battery will last up to 20 miles.
20 miles, okay. And that's a removable?
Yep, it is a removable battery. It's considered semi-integrated, so you can say it's not sitting on top of the frame. It's kind of in with the frame, but they're super fun. And then this one has pedal assist, which when you have the pedal go down, it gives you a little boost on the motor.
Now can you vary the pedal assist?
Yep, you can go from levels 1 to 3, so it kind of just depends how much assist you want, and it also has a throttle, so if you don't want to pedal at all, you can just press down on that throttle and it'll go.
Oh, okay, and this little guy over here is
It does all
battery?
your controls, yep, and so when we open it up here, you can turn the e-bike on. And then you would press on here and you would just do the plus and the minuses.
Okay.
So it's a very simplified, controller system, easy to charge. You can charge it directly by just plugging it into, a wall outlet.
And the price point?
The price point is $1,099 and it comes in 2 colors.
Oh, okay, very good.
So it comes in a beautiful mint green and this is a unisex bike.
I like that a lot. And be safe, wear a helmet. Schwinn, brand new, and the line is called?
The Healy Ridge.
That's it. I like this. Bye.
That's cool. Ooh.
Yeah, and $950 is sort of a decent price, isn't it?
That is. So the electric bike that I own is Rad Power Bikes, and that was I know that right now they're selling for $1,500. So that's $500 less expensive than that bike. And so this is smaller. It's for youth.
Yes.
But I actually really liked that control panel that you showed off in the video, because even my bike, it's a little complicated. It's like to power it on, hit the up arrow, and then power it off, hold the middle arrow and the down arrow at the same time for 3 seconds. And I don't like those types of things. So that looked great. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, so actually, it looks like they do make it. I didn't see that before. They do make a 26-inch version also.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Yeah, recharges in 4 hours and charging cables included. I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Also, did you notice no problem with the mics?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think
Clear.
they sound
Clear audio.
They sound, yeah. All 3 videos today. So it is when you're in a place with a ton of electronics, and I think a lot of people, a lot of booths using 2.4 gigahertz, somehow it screws it up, because I had no problem with these at all.
Interesting. That's perfect. That's great. We just need to go to tech shows that have no tech, and then the audio will be perfect.
Yes, I'm not coming. Is there any tech in here? Can everybody please shut off the tech?
I need nothing to be powered. Everything needs to be human powered. No RF signal. That's what I need to review this technology.
Okay, so it seems vinyl is still outselling CDs.
What?
And
oh my god.
So yes.
I remember us talking about vinyl, but I do not remember if we had covered it before. That vinyl outsells CDs right
Well, the
now.
last stat I had was from 2020. That vinyl outsold CDs.
I believe it, to be honest.
Yes, and there's a very famous youth singer. I don't even know who it is, but she released a hit on vinyl. I think maybe only vinyl for her fans. So vinyl is still big, and so we stopped by Victrola, which is an old name, but producing new machines like this one.
We're at Victrola. We stop there every year, and Matt's going to tell us about their latest unit, and I think it's called Respin.
Correct, Victrola Respin.
And why is it called that?
So we're primarily, the Respin revolves, no pun intended, reimagine and recycle. So we're reimagining what a suitcase record player is to the general consumer.
I'm gonna bring this up. Is that okay?
Sure.
Just so we can hear you better.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So suitcase record players have been very familiar to people for many, many years.
You had one with Canvas at one time.
Yep, we had Canvas. The Journey has been around a really long time.
Yes.
And so now with Respin, we want this to become the standard for what a suitcase record can be, not just from a visual standpoint, but also from a sound quality standpoint. There's also the recycling part of Respin. The Respin unit is made from 25% recycled materials.
That's good.
And the packaging is 100% recyclable. So there's a larger sustainable carbon footprint story to tell, along with the fact that it's lighter than our previous suitcase record players, and it's physically smaller as well. So more can fit on a pallet when they're being shipped, and there's just a lot going into the sustainability story.
And available in 4 colors.
That's correct.
Are they out now?
It'll be available September 1st. All 4 colors will be at various retailers.
And more than one speaker?
Yes, as a matter of fact. So we have our speaker on the top here, and then there's on the bottom, there's also, I can spin this one around for you. There's a bass speaker here as well. And the way that we have this sort of sound quality built into this player is called vinyl safe. It's a patent pending speaker enclosure that Victrola has developed to make sure that all of the vibration and sort of movement that you might get from the bass doesn't translate to the needle and to the turntable. It's all enclosed in the speaker.
Okay. And Matt, I see the Bluetooth logo here.
That's correct.
And that is because you can send this to another speaker?
So we have Bluetooth in and we have Bluetooth out. So you can certainly use this as a Bluetooth speaker and stream from your phone. We also have vinyl stream, which means that you can take any Bluetooth speaker that you have in your home and you can stream your record to that speaker specifically.
Oh, that's great. I think this is a great idea.
It's absolutely. It's we want to provide any way that we can for listeners to make music memories in their home. And with the Respin, we're allowing these products to survive a lot longer and just really be more sustainable for music lovers.
I think that's great. Respin from Victrola.
That is cool.
It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also there's a headphone jack, there's RCA jacks, and it's also a built-in preamp. So if you want to use this as a turntable for a high-end system, you can hook it to another amplifier. I think they put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, it really does seem like they did. It's very funny that there is new record players coming out right now.
Yes, I know.
That's so funny.
And I said, God, how did you ever get the rights to Victrola? And because RCA Victrola was like one of the original, and he said getting the rights to Victrola was not so hard to get for the machines, but I believe Sony has the label Victrola that they can put on records. I don't know if they're using it, but I know it's very clever. And I believe he said the dust cover can hold albums while you're using the machine, so the albums have a place to be. I wish them luck with this. I think they're this is like the 5th year, so they must be doing. Oh my goodness! They make old-fashioned ones too.
Yeah, they do. It's crazy.
Wow.
The Record Club. Oh, we got to go back. And then this is their on-the-go one.
Yes, we did this last year. I think it's at CES.
Integrated players.
Easy
player systems, portable, and then all. Yeah, they have lots.
Yeah, they really do. So far, I did not see this on their
no, I haven't either.
website yet, but
you
don't have to wait till long, September 1st.
Yeah. That's so
funny. Wow.
I know. I feel like I could see this at a coffee shop, like right now. Like
yes.
That's so funny.
That is a riot.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, Victrola. New stuff from Victrola.
Victrola.
That's so funny.
And finally, something dirt cheap that I
Ooh.
did not know about. And here it is.
You know what? What is that word? How do you pronounce that word?
Frixion.
Frixion. Oh my God. And what is friction?
Well, Frixion is the #1 selling erasable pen in the U.S. and the reason why
Erasable pen?
Erasable pen, and the reason why it's called Frixion is that you use the heat from erasing friction to make the words disappear.
I have to try this.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to just draw my logo, which is my mustache and that.
Oh, very nice.
And now I can just erase
You
it?
can just erase it. And you're going to create heat because the ink is thermosensitive, and the heat from erasing friction is going to make it disappear.
Oh my goodness.
And if you, and there's no eraser shavings, and it will disappear completely from the page. And there you go.
Oh, you're right. There is no.
None at all.
No shavings.
And I'm vanishing. I'm vanishing. Oh no. Okay. Okay. And these are out now?
These are out now. These launched in April. They're available at Target. They're available on Amazon. And this is the new Frixion Synergy Clicker.
And what do they retail for?
A 5-pack retails for $7.99 right now at
Oh
Target.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That's like...
And this is a true innovation in writing. So we have the Synergy Clicker, we have the regular clicker, we have marker pens, and even highlighters.
You have erasable markers too?
We have erasable markers too.
And all branded Frixion.
All branded Frixion.
I think this is really
Frixion with the
great.
X.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for stopping by.
And now I will disappear.
That's so funny.
Oh, I'm gone.
Wow.
Oh, you're gone.
I'm gone.
That is so.
Did
every once
you
in a
know
while-
about that?
Yes. So,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the chat. Most people, it seems like, have never heard of these.
Well, they said it came out in April.
I think that's that pen, is my guess.
Oh, you knew about it before.
I knew about this like 20 years ago. Like I had Frixion pens, yes, when I was in middle school.
No, those were called pencils.
Not the same. No, not the same. Yeah, no, sometimes, as you know, being dyslexic, sometimes I had to write in pen for something. And so my parents got me Frixion pens. And,
oh my gosh!
So I could erase the stuff. And so now Mr. Dave is saying, I remember old erasable pens, they would smudge easily. So maybe this is different than that. Pack and W says they've had Frixion pens for over 5 years.
Okay.
It's very funny though, because you're definitely not the only one who is just now hearing about this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are saying that they had never seen this before.
Yeah, and as I erased, I instinctively was like trying to do, like when you erase, there's all these shavings around.
Right.
And then you
brush off.
realize
this is the shaving.
It's vanishing. The ink just vanishes from the heat.
Yeah. I really want to know at what temperature exactly, because what happens if I leave my homework in the car in a 105-degree day in Texas? Does that erase?
It's a new excuse.
My home. Sorry.
Oh, it was my erasable pen overheated. And I was just signing my name, and I was so excited. It overheated the paper, and my entire 30-page exam just
it's gone.
vanished.
It's just gone. You can see the divots in the paper, and that's it. Scooter X says, my magician friend, Brian Brushwood, had a trick using Frixion pens long time ago. You'd write it in pen, and it would disappear, and the gimmick was you wrote it in Frixion pen, you didn't even realize it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they have been around for a while, but I don't know if it was this brand, this style.
Pilot.
Pilot. Yeah, and this, maybe.
And
they even have
make it.
They have
ton of them.
highlighters even.
Yeah.
Look at that. Removed by Frixion. Yeah, that is so funny. But yeah, these are wonderful. I wonder, could you microwave a piece of paper and have it disappear? I need a fresh piece of paper. Let me microwave it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, Frixion, Frixion. Frixion.
From Pilot.
From Pilot.
Is the one that makes them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thermosensitive ink formula.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, that's so funny. Sometimes stuff just gets past you. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I don't remember. Oh yeah, here it is. Scam Scott. So this is Brian Brushwood's website, scamstuff.com. And he's just selling 2 pins.
Oh, he has those pens.
He's selling 2 pins for $10. Is that what he's doing? They're sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so Bic makes one too.
Yeah. Look at that.
And he has the actual Frixion pen there. That's right.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. That's so funny. Cool. That's cool though that it looks like they're sticking with that and developing the product. Pretty cool. And there's tons of this stuff on
tons.
Like gel pens and every type of pen that you would want. Erasable by Frixion. There you go. Okay. With that, it is time.
Oh my gosh, it's September. It's August.
You don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okay, new month, new theme. So
Yes,
the options.
What are the choices?
The options were pet gadgets,
Could be.
Alibaba gadgets,
Oh, could be.
as seen on TV gadgets.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
Holy cow. I'm going to go with AliExpress.
Okay, and the votes are in. As seen on TV gadgets, won.
Oh my! By a landslide.
I think I'm giving up on Alibaba gadgets. We're not going to run that one again. I feel like.
You know, our fans know that this thing. Why are we going to pick that? We're going to wait 5 weeks for him to show us something.
That's so funny. So it's as seen on TV gadgets. I forgot to grab my gadget. Here it is.
Okay.
Everything should have that little logo on the packaging.
Oh yeah, the logo that says
"As seen on
been
TV."
Screwed.
Exactly. So this should be a fun theme because.
Oh yeah, no, I
think Crappy Corner and As Seen on TV really on the Venn diagram.
It's a match made in production heaven.
Yes, exactly. So here is my first gadget. Hey Diggity! So this is the first of, as we just learned, As Seen on TV gadgets. And so I have this gadget here. It is the doohickey, As Seen on TV.
Capturing that perfect picture or video can be a real challenge. Oops, too close. 360-degree rotating smartphone holder that's like having your own personal cameraman. With AI technology and built-in facial and object tracking, you can choose the subject.
Oh.
And the cameraman will follow it wherever it goes.
It's a cameraman. Oh my gosh. Now we've reviewed something that is actually similar to this. I think it was the Alibaba gadget theme. But this one is different, I guess. The thing is the Alibaba one I remember had a camera that would track where you are. The actual device had a camera. This one doesn't seem to have one on here, but let's find out. The idea is that you hook up your you hook up your camera, your phone, to this, and then it will automatically track you. 360-degree rotating smartphone holder.
Oh.
Face and object tracking and recognition, automatic rotation, selfie holder. So let's go ahead and open this up. One nice thing about these As Seen on TV gadgets versus something off of Alibaba is the packaging is always a little bit nicer, and so is the instructions, although there's really no instructions actually. I have something at the bottom here as well. I don't know what that little piece is, but that's loose. So let's go ahead and open this up. Here it is. So the bottom has a place for a tripod. So it has a tripod screw. and open, and there we go. So this is how you charge it with 3 AA batteries. I went ahead and already grabbed this because I read that on the side of the box. That is a very easy to open battery compartment, which I actually really appreciate. There's no screw or anything to get that done. Okay, so that's all done. It seems to be moving. I think I accidentally hit the power button as I was putting on the power cover. So it's moving around. It looks like I do need an app in order to use this. So let me download the app, read the instructions, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've installed the app and got it all paired up. That pairing was actually pretty simple. So here is the app. It's the doohickey app. And so one of the reasons that this doesn't have a camera on it is that it's going to use the software to communicate with the bass to move it around. Now you have 2 options, camera and live. And as you can, I mean, just my first impression of this app is that it's not well made. This is like some weird squished image that's cutting off the top of that word shooting software. There's just a lot here. I can't actually hit this settings gear up at the top. There we go. Whether to turn on background music, on or off. That's the only setting that you have. So first impressions of the app are not very good. So if I want to shoot myself, I hit the camera option in the app. And actually, let me go ahead and start. I'm gonna record my screen so that we can show this off. So at the main screen, I hit the camera option, and then I'm presented with its own software to take a photo. I can switch between photo or video down here, and it seems like I'm confused. Here, click to, there we go. So we've unlocked it, so now it's focusing on my face.
Okay,
So if
now,
I get to the edge of the frame, then the software will send the signal to the bass that it is time to actually move the bass around. Now there's no tilt forward or back, so I'm stuck like that. But what's very strange is every once in a while this countdown just starts, and I don't know what it's counting down to. I believe that it's going to start recording if I'm still long enough. Okay, yeah, so it started recording because I guess I was still for long enough. That's the
And
AI,
so this will
by the
apparently
way.
go to my camera roll would be my guess. So if I move around, it should try to follow me. Now, if I fall off the edge, because it's using my camera on the phone, it wouldn't know where I am. Now, what was nice about the other device is that it had its own camera, so it could have a wider field of view than what was actually recording. It looks like this app also has a whole bunch of other stuff, face tracking, Bluetooth. I can flip the camera. I don't want that to happen. I guess I have to long press on the screen to make it lock. I also have these effects, so I could have a snow effect. I could have pedals. That seems really crummy. I could also add filters. Whoa, crazy. It's shaking around. I could add stickers, looks like. I've added a sticker on my nose. And then there's some beauty stuff as well. This all seems so crummy. And I'm not really a big fan. And now all the buttons are gone. Is it because we're recording? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I hate the app. The app is absolutely horrible. The device seems to be doing what it says that it's gonna do. One weird thing is that there's no way to center it. So there was no way to like say, okay, stop moving the device so I could latch this onto my phone. That wasn't an option. So there's some weird stuff with that. I'm not even sure what would happen if I say go live. Looks like I can go live in these other apps. This just looks absolutely horrible. Okay, so there you have it. That is the As Seen on TV doohickey cameraman. Not really sure if it's all that great. It was inexpensive. Back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, so there it is. It's funny because it all kind of worked. Like it wasn't buggy, but I wouldn't trust it like at all. And then, so the cost was also very weird. So here it is online. In fact, wait, let me double check here. Yeah, so this is it online, $40. But it doesn't have the doohickey branding anywhere. In fact, I thought that
Did you go to Amazon?
I didn't.
Chad, I have it up here for $9.
Okay.
Not
that would make a lot more sense. So
doohickey, cameraman rotating.
I remember searching, I found it. I'm so confused. Now I cannot find doohickey cameraman on Walmart anywhere. I bought it from Walmart.
Okay.
Here it is for $40. But I paid, when I checked out, $11.
Oh, okay.
So, and it wasn't on sale or anything like that. And then you're saying that you can find it for a lot less.
I typed doohickey cameraman, and there's only one rating of 1 star.
Yeah,
but it's $9.99.
About right. Yeah, I need.
Yes, because it's been marked down from $11. You paid list price.
I did. Okay, here it is. I see. Doohickey cameraman.
There it is.
Yeah. It's just not that great. I knew that it wasn't going to be that good when I downloaded the app, and the app was like 2 stars. So
yeah.
it is kind of crummy.
Does, I mean, if you gave it to a kid, he'd probably love it because it does follow you to a degree.
To a degree.
Which is
and it has the cheesy overlays and stuff like that.
Yeah. A kid would love that, I think.
A kid would like it. It is weird. It does say object tracking. I saw no object tracking at all. It said AI intelligence. The only thing I can imagine is the AI intelligence is if you stand still, a countdown of 3 seconds starts. That's the most AI intelligence that I saw. So yeah, it wasn't. At least it wasn't expensive. I hate that you have to use their app because I can't imagine. I looked at the video later.
Where was it that it was $40?
It was so I bought it from Walmart. Walmart.com says that it's $40.
Okay. But you checked out and it was 11.
Yes.
Okay.
And if let me see if I can sign in to Walmart and see if I have.
Yeah, because on Amazon it said was $10.99. And now.
Purchase. Okay, so it's not my purchase history, so I'm not sure. Yeah, but I bought it at Walmart and it was $11. So who knows?
Well, it does more for $10 than I had one that was like $13, where you put your phone in it and you wound it up. And
yes, I remember that one.
It just did a
for
360.
panoramas. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about this. It does what it says, but I just don't. So one weird thing that I still can't quite understand is the video that it took. It looks like it has a filter on it, even though I had no filters applied. It has some really weird, like, haze to it that I don't like. So I just don't trust that app is the biggest thing. So anyway, that's the doohickey cameraman as seen on TV Gadget. We're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of as seen on TV gadgets over the month. Thanks so much to our patrons for voting on the theme. And with that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our email is from Jacob, who watches our show in Sweden.
Ooh.
Jacob writes, Dick and Chad, I'm Jacob from Sweden. I am very much enjoying your show. Wanted to show you this gadget called Bag Hang from Keysmart, which I got recently. And here's his video.
Hello, Dick and Chad. This is Jacob. I'm calling in from Sweden to show you my latest little gadget I bought, which is a keyring, but it doubles as a mobile phone holder. If you fold it out, as I just did here, you can store the mobile phone in both directions, like this. And not only that, you can also, if you fold it out the other way, there's two things that fold out. It works as a purse or bag holder when you're in a cafe or sitting at a table.
Oh, that's cute.
Very handy. And I bought it off Amazon.se, which is the Swedish version of Amazon, at about 150 Swedish crowns, which is roughly $15, I think. I'm very happy with it. I think it's a neat little key ring. And you guys stay geeky and have a very gadgety week. Bye-bye.
Perfect.
That was great. Mr. Dave said, I understand his Swedish perfectly.
I didn't realize I was bilingual. No, that was great.
Yeah, Jacob, that's really very clever.
Yeah.
And
I've seen those purse holders before. This is not the first time I've seen
I know. Leo, I had one of those on Giz Wiz years and years ago that not only did that, but it had a little alarm. And the weight of your pocketbook or coat made it silent. And if you were talking to someone and someone tried to lift your jacket away, it would set off the alarm. Well, Leo thought that was the stupidest thing he ever saw, and I thought it was very clever.
I think that's clever too.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why we got rid of Leo and got Chad.
That was the day you knew.
Yeah, I said, nah.
That's so funny. There it is. That's the Swedish site. And then there it is. And the American site. The US
$15.
site,
He's right. Okay.
That's really cool. I think it looks really sturdy too.
It does. It
really
looks very nicely made.
Yeah. That's very cool. Thank you. Thanks for sending that over.
And Jacob, since you're in Sweden, I'm going to autograph one of those now 40-year-old Alfred E. Newman photos, okay? And I will send you a high-res image to print out at your end over there in Sweden. And I'm looking, I emailed him earlier today that I didn't know the time and the time shift. But if it was within reason to please come into chat. But I guess he didn't make it. Anyway, Jacob, that was great fun.
I was trying to Stockholm. What time in Stockholm, Sweden? It is 2:20 a.m. So yeah, I would expect he's asleep. Thank you for sending that in. That was great.
That was super.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Our letter is from Mark Astman, Astmann. Avid listener, even sent in a video years ago about a wireless keyboard from Five Below that you showed.
Yeah.
I noticed you were searching for a wireless microphone that sounds good and wouldn't break the bank. I saw this one online, saw a review from a YouTuber, and thought it might be right up your alley. I'm sure you'd mention it on the show if you try it. I'm traveling to Southeast Asia in the fall and considering this mic for the videos we share with our family back home. Best regards, Mark. So Mark, actually, it's funny that your letter was today because I am now happy with the mic system that I have. Although I paid considerably more than actually cut back to that, because this is $130 and $30 off.
Yeah, there's a $30 coupon available.
Yeah. Now, there was something in the description that I found worrisome, is that it has 9 creative effects. You can be a baby. You can be a monster.
Could you imagine you accidentally turn that on?
That's my fear.
Hello, here we are from CES.
Yes,
Yeah,
my fear is that it's going to say, for baby, press the on button 8 times. For the monster, press the and my fear is at a show when you're running around, you're going to get back and suddenly realize this is me.
The audio is all weird, and that has like voice effects on it and stuff. That would be annoying. I hate that. That would be not good. Not good stuff.
I'm afraid that would happen. But if you're producing videos for the family, they might find it funny. Is it 2.4 gigahertz again? I didn't even look at
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. 2.4 gigahertz. That's good. You're getting 2 mics. That's good. You're getting a charger case. That's excellent.
Yeah, I'd want to.
And it's USB-C.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what it says. A 3.5 millimeter adapter included. Well, you probably don't. If you have a USB-C phone,
right?
I think this would be good.
Yeah.
How many ratings did it get, Chad?
1.
Oh,
that's a little scary. It has a single 5-star rating. And they didn't even write a review. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm so shocked that a bigger name company has not, that I don't know. I mean, maybe they have.
Well, no, you found one, but
DJI, but they're the only one that I know of.
Right, but it's $250.
Yeah, I think it was even more than that, if I remember. I thought it was in the 300s.
Might be. And
$330.
Yeah. And do you know Lon Seidman? He does Lon TV. Anyway, we've met Lon a couple times at CES. He reviewed it, and he said it has a ton of options, but there are so many accessories with it. One of them being that it's a tiny little magnet that lets you wear the microphone. And he said he accidentally misplaced a magnet, and without the magnet, I see it also has a clip on it. Anyway, it seems to work pretty well, but boy, that's $330.
Yeah, not cheap. I really am, and maybe they exist. I mean, obviously we see some on Amazon every once in a while, but this market of, I want something better than the built-in mic, but I don't want to break the bank, and especially a mic that you could hold. Like the stick mic has been around for a long time. Why do I not know of an inexpensive gadget that will go straight into the phone?
Yeah.
Strange.
Armstrong, what is the name of that company? They make it, but it's Bluetooth. Yeah. I much prefer these 2.4 gigahertz things, because you just plug it in and it instantly establishes a connection. And I was very happy with the audio on the 3 videos today, and I have 3 next week. No problems. If you're not in a really tech-oriented small room.
Yeah. Sure did make one, but I don't know if it's something with the operating system of the phone or what, but I just don't have confidence that it works all the time. Yeah. Like, I want it to be 100%. This DJI one came close because it offered a few things, one of which was on-device recording. So if the wireless signal got messed up, you could
that's very good.
To the mic and pull the audio file off, which is pretty cool also.
That is great.
It's very, very, very interesting that that there's nothing I don't know of right off the bat that'll do that. Very cool stuff. Thanks for the letter,
said
Mike.
The Shure one is $400.
Ah, there you go. And if I remember, that's kind of old now at this point. I don't think it did audio to USB-C. I think it only did audio to a 3.5 is what I remember. I could be wrong because it is an older-ish product. Also, I'm surprised that no one has figured out, so even the 2.4 gigahertz stuff, I would think there was a protocol of wireless that was low latency and would just understand that there's interference over here and skip over to this and kind of modulate around. And I would think that there is something out there that makes wireless low latency audio simple without interference, but I don't know if anything like that exists either. So doesn't exist from what I understand. Thanks for the letter, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support of the show. If you are one of those patrons, or if you give via PayPal, just think to yourself, I'm proud of myself. I feel good about myself because we are proud of you and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you enjoy the show, please consider giving back over patreon.com/GizWiz. We would appreciate it a lot. And if you don't want to give via Patreon, you can give via PayPal at our website, gizwiz.tv. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. We are live right now on the website. Good to see ya. So if you want, head on over to the website around that time, and that will be the live show. Join and chat along with the chat room just below the live stream. The website just updates whenever we are live, and if we're not live, it'll be the latest episode. Head on over to gizwiz.biz, that's Sticky D's website, where he writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover on the show. So if you need to know more, gizwiz.biz is the place to go. While you're there, play the official What the Heck Is It? This is an entire gadget, a photo of an entire gadget. We just don't tell you what it does. You gotta guess what it does. So get a guess in. Actually, I've seen this one before. This is a way to chain a harmonica to your face, just in case you need to constantly be in the mood to harmonicanize. But if you think you know what it is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. 6 mad magazines for correct answers, 12 mad magazines for incorrect answers. How does that work? Well, we want you to be funny, clever, hilarious, or interesting. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz.
And you're playing for the October issue.
Was that a Ring reference? A scary movie?
Yeah, and I had to go buy a silver Sharpie because the cover is all black. There was no way to sign it.
Fun fact, that is a Frixion Sharpie. You can rub that right off if you just don't want... No,
not this one. Oh, and don't forget, we need more videos.
Oh, yes.
So if you have a phone and a gadget,
I have a phone.
You have all...
I have a gadget. That's what they're saying.
You don't even need that thing that follows you around. You don't even have to spend $10 on that. Just make a video, 1 to 3 minutes. Anything to do with a gadget. Gadget you love, gadget you hate. We especially love gadgets that are in the cellar, in a drawer, that were at one time a big deal, and now almost a joke, but we love that kind of stuff. Little video, horizontal plane for the format. Make sure we can hear you. You don't even have to be in it if you're shy. Just make a video of the gadget and send it to us, mail@gizwiz.tv, mail@gizwiz.tv. If you live in the U.S. and most of Canada, you'll get an autographed copy of Mad. If you live far, far away, like Sweden, I will autograph an Alfred E. Newman photo, now 40 years old, to you and send you a high-res image. That's it, mail@gizwiz.tv.
Do it now.
Yes, yes.
That about wraps up our show. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.